I think out of all the teams that I've seen in the Eastern Conference that are getting talked about, the Charlotte Hornets are not even in there. And to be honest, I could not tell you why. I mean, Lamelo Ball is arguably one of the best young players in today's game. Miles Bridges came out of nowhere and is averaging 20 and 7 on 44% shooting. And the Charlotte Hornets have beaten a lot of teams that a lot of people think they should not have beaten. To be honest, you might be a little surprised. Now, when it comes to NBA standings around this time in the year, I think we all need to take it with a grain of salt. Because arguably, you could have a quote-unquote easy schedule, but you will play every single team that year, so it really doesn't matter. But on top of that, we're not even 20 games in, and some teams already have secured themselves as playoff contenders. For example, the Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, the Chicago Bulls, the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, I think that more than 4 teams have secured their spot, but I'm just giving you an example. And when we take a look at who the Charlotte Hornets have beat, you might be very shocked. The Golden State Warriors are 15 and 2 right now and arguably could surpass their 73 and 9 season. Steph Curry is guaranteed going to win the MVP, and that whole team is going insane right now. Some people would say that it's virtually impossible to beat this. Hornets win 106 to 102. I mean, that could have been luck, right? I mean, the Warriors did beat them in their first matchup of the season. Okay, let's try the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they're a pretty good team, right? I mean, at the time of recording this, they barely just became the #1 seed in the East. I mean, you could make the argument that the Hornets just got really lucky. There's no way the Nets are gonna lose to the Hornets. Win 111 to 95. Wow. Or what about the Washington Wizards? I mean, they've played them twice this season, and the Wizards are one of the best teams in the league right now, right? I mean, the Wizards are finally back. I mean, they're finally getting good. Bradley Beal's been going off. That whole team is doing well. There's no way that the Wizards lose to the Hornets 2 times in a row, right? I think you know where this is going. Bing bang! I think there's a trend that's going on right now. It's a subtle trend, but no one really wants to talk about it. The Hornets are the 5th seed for a reason, and I'm not going to tell you that they are better than the teams that they beat. I'm sure every single person on earth would take the Warriors over the Hornets 9 out of 10 times. And I think this applies to the Nets as well. But I'm sorry, is it not impressive that this team is able to beat teams that they should not be beating? Is it not impressive that Lamelo Ball and Miles Bridges are going off right now? Is this team as a whole just not entertaining to watch? I mean, on top of that, they have the best announcers in the NBA. I mean, how could you not get excited to watch a Hornets game?
Here comes Rozier. He's got Miles.
Like, if that does not get you hyped, I don't know what will. I mean, they have IG model, Kelly Oubre on their team. Like, this team has so much potential to be one of the top teams in the East come 3 to 5 years. Now, I'm not gonna act like this team is perfect. They're not perfect, and I mean, there is a reason that they're the 5 seed. And I have to say, their biggest problem has to be big men. No team is perfect, and the Hornets aren't an exception to that, and a big man is something that they're going to need. They have one of the best backcourts in the league, and I think we could all argue with that. Miles Bridges is an amazing small forward / power forward, but who's gonna get the rebounds? Who's gonna do the dirty work in the paint? They don't have a guy for that. And I think over time, as the Hornets grow, I do believe that they might either A, be able to pick a pretty good free agent because they have guys like Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward still under contract, or they can get like a hidden gem in the upcoming draft. But mind you, the team that is right now is not that bad of a team, to be honest. It's just that they can win the games that they're not supposed to, but then they lose games that it's like, come on, how do you lose to this team? Now, obviously, every NBA champion does not go 82-0. No team will ever go 82-0, that's a fact. And when it comes to the 1 seed, a majority of those teams lose about 20 to 25 games. So obviously those teams will have losses to teams like the Hornets. But if the Hornets have been able to prove that they can beat those teams and at least stay with them for that matter, can we not give them some credit? Can we not look at this team and be like, damn, they're actually not that bad? I don't think their record tells the full story, but when you look at it, I mean, are they really a 5th seed team? With the potential they have, and if they could maybe trade for a decent center, not even like a top 10 center, a decent center, then this team will easily be one of the better teams in the East. Let's not act like Lamelo Ball isn't one of the best young players in the league and he cannot lead a team on his own. Now, with the way the NBA is right now, like I said, 3 to 5 years, this team could be a top team, not in the Eastern Conference, but in the NBA. Every season, we get more young players that are starting to develop at a very high rate. Now, when it comes to the basketball standpoint of the Hornets, they stand out in a very different way. For example, this team loves to pass the ball. They love to make plays for each other. In fact, they are one of the leaders when it comes to assist numbers for teams. And I mean, when it seems like Lamelo Ball is averaging a triple-double every other day, it does seem like this team could be really good at that. Now, when I tell you about assist numbers, for some teams, I want you to take it with a grain of salt because there are players like Russell Westbrook that force their teammates to shoot the ball so they get assist numbers. However, Lamelo Ball is not like that at all. In fact, he's one of the most selfless players in the NBA. When he passes the ball to one of his teammates for an assist, it's not just, oh, I'm throwing it, bam, he's wide open, he's shooting it. He makes plays for his teammates and he throws the basketball in places that how do you even get the ball there? I still don't know. The man is a human highlight reel, and when you watch him play, your jaw is going to drop. And some of you don't see with teams like this that Lamelo Ball does not have to score 20 to 30 points per game for their team to even be in it. I've seen games where Miles Bridges will drop like 40 points almost, and Lamelo Ball will have like 5 points but like 15 assists. Lamelo isn't a score first player, which is something that you don't see with a lot of point guards, especially young players like this. Also, let's keep in mind that Lamelo, if he really wanted to, could play any position. At his frame, 6'7", very skinny, he could honestly guard just about anyone. So if someone were to ask you, what is the most entertaining team in the NBA, would you not say the Charlotte Hornets? Sure, you could say the Golden State Warriors, but if I'm watching a Warriors game, a lot of people in general is watching just for Steph Curry. I mean, yes, the Warriors are fun to watch in general because if you're a basketball fan. However, even a casual could enjoy the Hornets. Some casuals don't enjoy full Warriors basketball or certain teams, but the Hornets are fast, they're young, they're so just energetic to watch. Also, the Hornets announcers add a little bit of energy on top of that. I want to remind you guys that in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats were brought into the NBA. This team has been a joke for years. I mean, they have the worst record of all time in the NBA. In 2014, the team rebranded to the Charlotte Hornets, but they were still bad. And now, not even 10 years later, this team has the potential to take over the NBA. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this team is going to guarantee going to be a top seed this year. I'm not even going to tell you they're going to make the playoffs. It's a long season, and I say that in every video because when I make a point, this is just for the time being, but I'm telling you based off potential as well. If Lamelo Ball, Miles Bridges got hurt tomorrow, knock on wood that they don't, the Hornets are done, and that's a fact. But I think we can all just enjoy this team and enjoy watching them because we're all fans of basketball, right? I mean, that's probably why you clicked on this video, and that's why you're sitting on your desk just watching this video, drinking some water, I hope. Or maybe you're in class, and if you're in class watching my videos, yo, shout out to you, man. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notifications. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace.